stream something with kick-ass music, and this is basically what I came up with. Just humming this, music to this game today, so let's do it. It's basically an indie game that came out a year ago, 2 years ago. And the idea is they put together like a few different genres of like kind of old school like Mega Drive level game, I guess, and then try and weave a story around that. And this is it. So it's not very long, so we're gonna play through the whole game and have some great music. Especially the first stage music is the best one. It's just excellent, and good voice acting in this as well. So let's roll. Obviously, loads of this stuff's going to be reminded of other games. This is clearly Final Fight. Yeah. Let's do it. When we get to the second part of the stage, I'll have to like play it slowly because the music gets really good if you don't blaze through it. Some good animations in this, but a very small moveset because obviously this isn't the whole game; it's just one stage. I guess I didn't realise I didn't need more than that. It's funny how like insanely good music is a hallmark of like side-scrolling beaters back in the day because they had well, the two main ones. Because obviously Streets of Rage, everybody knows, is just like a high watermark for music in that whole generation, basically. But Final Fight CD, the music for that is actually like right up there, and in some ways even surpassed Streets of Rage. It's insane. Like the arcade soundtrack is just like, nah, that's alright. But when they went back and remastered it, it was ludicrous. They absolutely nailed it. So yeah, this game had to have good music to sort of make sense of the era. Unless the game crashes, that is. Alright. Good. Sound effects. Sleaze. Oh, I got spikes. See, that's more Streets of Rage. I'm not sure why knives don't drop, they just can't be bothered, I guess. Psycho. Look at that, it's Fred Durst, watch out. I like the jump strike mechanic in this is really cool because you can, if you do it right, you can do two, where you can't just, I don't think you have to mash it pretty. Oh, unless you're bad at it. I used to be good at it. That's it, you can get two in, but you need to actually try, like you can't just sort of mash it, it's cool. You don't need to, because it's a very short section, but it's nice that that's in the game. It's just not possible in Streets of Rage. Hospital. Give me my Coke. Substitute. Oi, how dare you hit me? I'm the protagonist. What are you doing? What the hell? This guy sucks. Wow, I do not like this dude. Wow, that's a lot of range for that as well. Please be helpful. Oh dear. This guy's the one who needs to get hit. There we go. Whoa, that does a heck of a lot of damage. A full bar of damage. Uh-oh. This is why the pickup button is different in Streets of Rage 4. They realised the problem they had. Oi. Oh, no time to throw it. Getting the plat in this game is hard. You have to do like challenges on each stage. On this one, you have to like not lose a life and not pick up any healing. I think, but just do something really crazy. It's cool when this happens the first time around. 'Cause you're like, wait a minute, where's this game going? So I know what's going on. Stream sponsored by Purple Liquid tonight. Yeah, I love good pixel art. So it reminds me of Snatcher a bit. Which, if you haven't played Snatcher before, go and watch the intro now, it's amazing. iBit Studios. There's quite a few bit-based studio names now, isn't there? Like 17-bit, and there's definitely another one. Is it Happy Bit or something? 2-bit would be quite good, I guess.
There I was, up in my room, just like every other night, counting taillights on the highway. Soon the cars below would reach the city. But me, I'd still be here, stuck in sleepy suburbia. Or so I thought. But sometimes extraordinary things will happen. Just let them.
Gotta love the depiction of a Walkman there, very nice. I think this was kickstarted, but I missed it and I had to actually buy it, so I didn't notice it gone up. You'll see one of if it does the music credits, there's a quite a cool surprise. Interesting to have the credits at the start. Yuzo Koshiro, you what, mate? I think you just had one track. Unfortunately, normally if you hear Yuzo Koshiro is going to be in a game, you just assume, well, that's going to be the best music track. It sadly isn't, but it's still good. I suspect they deliberately chose him to do the non-Streets Rage bits. It'd be a bit like on the nose. I mean, I guess they could. Just to make it a little different. Hello. Yeah, I love the interstitial art in this game. Just really clean, but obviously like not modernised. I want a game in this style. Maybe it just has to be like a Night in the Woods, basically, I guess. Like this. It kind of looks like a rotoscoped like flashback character as well.
Welcome to suburbia.
Pal!
Just outside the city. Sometime in 1980X. What you see around here used to be all that I cared for. Because it was all that I knew. It was here that I'd met my first friends, rode my first bike, found my first love, and found out that nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
This is the place I grew up in and grew out of.
Papa.
A place I loved and hated.
The way those windows are arranged, it kind of looks like it's a code, like a number or something.
I remember walking around these blocks for hours, just waiting for something to happen. I knew I needed to move forward, but every day felt like I was on a road to nowhere. The same office buildings and cheap restaurants, the grocery store, the laundromat,
1 hour 30.
and the video rental place, where Dad used to take me on the weekends. He'd be looking for classics, while I was more into superheroes.
Sounds a bit like
Man,
Pet Shop
we
Boys.
could go on forever. But then, we didn't go there anymore. It was no big deal. These days, I guess I was just looking for anything that could make my heart skip a beat again. And that was when I found it.
Dun, dun, dun. Yes. I need to get a better backdrop on my computer, basically, as well. That reminds me. This is really like Flynn's arcade out of Tron.
The factory was built long before I was born, but had been shut down and abandoned for as long as I could remember. Mom used to tell me to stay away from there. But there was something down that pitch black alley that caught my eye.
Ushian.
It took all the guts I had to go down the stairs. The basement air was thick with cigarette smoke and 10,000 volts of energy. And in the midst of this electric haze stood an army of high-tech creatures, their huge crystal-clear screens flashing before my eyes. I'd seen video games before. Dad even brought home one black and white model when I was really young. But this was something else. Something you could not take home with you. And this place was definitely no hangout for children.
Yeah.
In front of these machines stood some of the coolest, uncool people I had ever seen. They were the freaks, the geeks, the misfits, the outcasts, the real rebels, part of something the outside world could not understand or even knew existed. These guys were all playing trance-like, totally absorbed, as if they experienced something from another dimension. Maybe I could be one of them.
Cool. The character design there kind of reminds me of like what Double Fine is now. You know, like Maniac Mansion and all that. I don't know what it used to be. I should know that. I guess LucasArts was doing a lot of stuff. I don't know. Like that. How cool is Radius? This trophy I haven't got. You have to like kill every enemy and not die, which is pretty crazy. Out of the void. It's so crazy that it might not be as hard as I think because I just haven't even tried it much. I was like, yeah, that's just not even within the realm of possibility. Maybe it's Thunder Force is back in action. Kind of reminds me of the ship out of Thunder Force. I don't know if I'm misremembering that. Right, it's got the charge shot out of R-type. How do you, can you shoot without using charge? No, you have to actually tap it. Okay. At least only take one hit. At least they're not do two. Oh. That's speeder armor. I never really like shooters where you have to get speed, because basically it means when you die you're buggered because you lose the speed apparently. That's the end of my dreams of killing every enemy. You realise how ridiculous that gets later when you're in the asteroid field and stuff. It's like, wait, what? This is insane. Okay, you can take hits, but I'm not sure if you're allowed to take any hits if you want to get the trophy. You can't obviously die, but I can't remember if you're allowed to take hits. I like the way you actually put out smoke when you take a hit, that's cool. Oh, shot finally. Cool. Did I just get hit there out of nowhere? What was that? Okay. No. Joining space mines. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. There we go. Right. This is pretty quick. Okay, they kill themselves. Alright, well maybe that does make it a bit more possible. So power up. Yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, double dos, shot it off. So it is done. John laser gun. Not sure if like big hits or small hits is the way to go. Hit bunch and keep going big hits. That seems to be correct. Give me whatever that is. Oh, laser! If a shoot 'em up doesn't have a laser power, you must forget it. Oh, nice. Cool. That's a nice design. Lasers. I did. Even more chance to not hit all the enemies. I mean, I already haven't done that, but still. Let's get some practice in. Certainly never gonna do it. Hopefully you have to kill the rockets as well. Probably do. Oh, it's John. Hey. Oh, you have to shoot him in the back. Oh, come on, yeah. Oh, okay, no, these ones you gotta shoot in the face. Where do I start from? Probably with no weapons. Oh, what? You can keep laser, that's so nice. Thank you again. Not sure why I did super shot there or there. Just did. Don't judge me for my superior skills. No, wait, do judge me for my superior skills. Crap. No, mate. Oh, not a red man. Don't want to play space ramp. These ones are a bit easier with this. It's got to be on top. So don't let it get up hand, I guess. There we go. Alright, the patterns aren't too bad. He says. Not doing anything hard. The only shooter you need to play from this era is Aeroblast is the best. Wow, that's a little bit hard. Not a just bullet hell guy, obviously. If you're into that, but if you're not, Aeroblast or air dive. Again, because the music's so great, I guess that's mainly how I judge these games. Not good enough to be judging them by like fast scoring mechanics. Jesus Christ, killing every enemy on this stage is just insane. I knew it was bad, but also. This kind of reminds me of Resogun, one of the greatest shooters ever as well, because there's waves of like just walls and enemies. No ice cream. Whoa, whoa. Just Mega John. Oh no, there goes Mega John. He's been de-johned. Yeah, excellent. So this is obviously like going for R-Type in many ways, because the bosses in that were like insanely intricate design for the channel on the arms you get to. How good that is. Oh, I forgot, I've just seen him do that. Whoa. Oh, I fancy trying to wreck the whole place. You live here, mate, why are you trying to destroy it? Robot's bleeding is amazing, like old anime style. Oh, he's not a robot. He's turning into a brain. Oh, a bit of salamander life force type situation. I've got my brain jump. Okay. Yeah, that would be hard. I guess it's a bit more possible than I originally thought, but you'd obviously have to be good at your patterns. Which is a shoot 'em up, isn't it? Ideally, one of those bikes would be a penny farthing.
It wouldn't be fair to say I didn't do my best in school. At least for a while, I really tried to make it work. But now, walking those hallways with all those people,
10 past 7.
I wasn't really there. I was on an asteroid somewhere, fighting space invaders.
Title drop.
But then there was her. This punk rocker from the Southern District. She was the wildest thing I'd ever seen. Oh man, that girl was born a rebel. Free to go wherever she wanted to. Free in a way I could still only dream of.
Oh yeah, love this one as well. Most of the games in this are good. What button is accelerate? I don't know. That's not going to be helpful at the start. Let's try X and a right trigger. No X. Surprising this doesn't have a low and high gear. What does it? No, it doesn't. This is good. Chase HQ 2, I guess. The car and the like level of scrolling kind of indicates that. SCI. We streamed that actually on the Master System, which is a console that probably shouldn't have got SCI because it's kind of beyond the time of that. But still did alright. Was that Tato? I'm trying to think who it makes after. IREP, was it published by someone? Anyway, not important right now. Another genre where I feel like music maketh the game and I frequently don't bother. It's what makes Lotus Rex 2 on the Mega Drive amazing, despite the fact all the cars look the same. The basic gameplay is not even as good as this, really, probably. Maybe it is, but the music is just outstanding. Today's about apparently music and pop. I always like it when they make the sprite so that when you go past it, it's got a slight angle bit on it. Like they have to create an extra bit, like an extra bit of artwork just to do like the second when you're next to it. Oh, it is. These trees are very outrun. Like when the stage gets difficult, there's like brown trees, so it's kind of. Oh wow, this is very out, super scalar. They had to cut through a mountain there. Oh mate! Mate! I've done the trophy for this one, I can't believe it's probably like hit nothing. You have to turn into a horse if you want to do a really good turn. It's just a known fact about the world. Checkpoint! If I'm real world, it'll be a mandate that if you ever go through a checkpoint in a game, it has to have a speech sound to go with it, because come on man. It's like having a Resident Evil game that doesn't have a voice on the start screen. You just don't do it. Like, some unwritten rules. Oh, time some more cool. This is another cool bit where if you haven't played the game before, you're like, oh wow, okay. But it's pretty apparent that by this point I have. 217. I really like the lights on this stage for some reason. You're allowed to just go into them if you want. The skyline there. 928. I think what the billboard.
I started hanging out in the arcade almost every night. Standing there beside the other players, watching every move their fingers made. This was the real thing. Another life was just one credit away. Down here, I found new worlds. a new meaning. I could be whoever I wanted to be. Travel to outer space, experience fantasy and fear, or just take a walk on the wild side of town. But nothing could beat the rush of the highway. The speeding cars reminding me that there was a way out, a road to somewhere. The city on the horizon. I'd drive all night to get to that place.
There's certainly one way of doing a cutscene, like a lot of just narration. So yeah, have a cool game like it. I guess it's kind of like Ridge Racer, like on the PlayStation 1. Yeah. Instead of just having loading, you're actually doing something. This is one of those things where, although what the gameplay is here is basically nothing, you're just going left and right a little bit, but merging like story and gameplay in games is obviously very hard to do because you don't see it that very often. But this is not an outstanding example, but at least shows what you can do like as a base level. Like when she's talking about like driving out of the city, making her feel free. Let's have that be the actual part of the game. So, yeah, that's good. It's not the actual like actions I'm pressing are not doing that. Maybe if you had like you had to tap X really fast.
It wasn't just about the escape. It was about transformation. For every visit I made, every game I uncovered, every move I mastered, I felt stronger, more confident. Some guys said I was nothing but a dreamer, completely out of touch with reality. But I don't know. Down here, I was free. I was in control. No one told me where to go or what to do. The only bad part about it was having to come back up to the real world.
Boo. Time up. Another voice clip missing there. Oh. Tweet, tweet. Oh. I love the phone there in the kitchen. Don't know if that's an American thing, but it's very odd from my point of view. Oh, meow. Just I love this style of art, it's fantastic. There's not enough of this in gaming. If you do watch this, post in the comment like another game that has art like this. Makes you think of Japan for some reason. Well, I guess, I don't know, the amount of electric wires on the train.
Back when we were kids, life was so much easier.
Wow, that VHS cover.
You could go from bug collector in the morning to bank robber before bedtime. Anything was possible. Then came high school, and everyone got brainwashed. People started seeing you the way they wanted to see you. Be the brain, be the clown, be the troublemaker,
Brain clown.
be popular. people would define you in the most convenient way. And then, that's who you are.
I really love the weird animation of the leaves there. It's kind of like a botch, but it's good. Kind of makes it almost like hazy.
They say that when you grow up, something inside you dies. I'm still not sure if that's good or bad. When you're a child, shadows seem darker and lights seem brighter. Everything is more terrifying and more exciting at the same time.
The main character's head looked like an acorn there. It's a bit disappointing. But once you notice it, it's not good. Shinobi game. It might as well be called. I think this is the Yuzakashiro one. This one I haven't got the trophy. This hard, but it's doable. I've tried it a few times and I nearly got it. You have to collect everything and never die. So again, you have to know there's loads of like instant death things towards the end where you really have to know it. I really like the main character, like Foxhead now. It's foxing cool. Oh, I'll try and get it, but it's not happening. Oh, what's up? Especially when you play well like that. Oh. You're doing well. There's times when you like are not supposed to jump up. It's just not really knowable until you've done it. When you close enough of these, you get like super sword like this. I think if you get hit once, you can't. There we go. Just I didn't get hit there. I only got hit on purpose because I wanted to show you that. It's got a lot of importance to it. Oh, it's John. I think you might be able to kill him before they throw your super sword. Yeah. You don't have to kill everybody, I don't think. Just collect all the bits. Maybe you do, I don't know. Oh! Good at games like that. Oh, it's John. Definitely some sort of that. Oh yeah, the boulders. They're the most annoying. Oh wow, do you have to kill him, do you think? Probably not. The boulders are so annoying. This is probably the longest game. I think it feels like it is. There's the most stuff going on. No, it isn't because the last one is super long. Like, too long, to be honest. Not really looking forward to the last one. It's not actually as good as those. Oh, there you go. So that was avoidable, but... Like, come on, guys. I think that's instant death as well. It's not like you lose a hit point if you hit them. I don't think I had one anyway, but... Yeah, no. Fine job. I see it, mate. Oh, see. Starts getting bad away. See it. Yikes. Double yikes. Oh my god. Such an easy game. Actually doing pretty well, I've got to say. Oh, could have that's one shot away. Mashing skills on point in this game. Mash your potatoes up. Oh, I've got one maybe going up here, I don't know. Let's go down. Oh, he dodged from the bottom stuff. Whoa. Like fingers of doom. Oh, why am I so confused? Oh, why are games terrible? Horrible. Stuff like that is just an actual crime being committed, no time. Oh wow. Princess Man, okay. In effect, right, this is bad because the... Oh no, oh, okay, cool. You gotta have a weird what section it just is Shinobi. Another game we've randomly have streamed on the channel. I keep forgetting that a lot of the very old stuff, my memory is just really poor. Whoa, you have to actually collect these as well. Oof, so true. Not like Piranha. Maybe just stay in the waterfall next time and then just jump on me. Bro. Alright. I think I attacked above myself. Nah, that wasn't too bad. Is this a boulder bit? Which is borrowable? Yep. This just sucks, basically. Yeah, this is using Shiro, baby. It's possible. It's not using Shiro's baby, but yeah, I hate balls. Too fast. Almost got enough. Yeah, word up. Yeah, so that's he's so smart. It is bold. Whatever. Oh god. Let's go, brother. Oh, my game's bad. Oh, I'll probably have to do the whole section again because I'm bound to lose another hit point somewhere. Quite Boulders game. Nope. Oh, I actually pressed down and jumped there. That actually it wasn't my fault, which I'm sure you all believe. But yeah, that was pretty bad. I definitely did press down and jump. Almost got hit because I was trying to time my attacks to the music, which is not really the actual point of this game. It's pretty bad. Oh, lame. In my headcanon, like, this music doesn't contain those. It's just someone in the studio who couldn't help themselves, and they couldn't like edit it out of the final track, obviously, because I have to give you that. Oh. Right, good. Yo! Oh, why am I doing it? Oh, unlucky. It's funny, like the scrolling in this is so fast, I'm actually starting to get a headache. Like, it's affecting me. It's very strange. Doesn't make any sense. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. Stop saying uh-oh now, thanks. Oh. No. I disagree. Uh-oh. Ruth is saying no thanks, buddy. Yeah. But, oh! Usachuve. I was like, is that the end? It was. Right, is it boss time yet? Yeah, so this is reasonably doable if you just do a bit of pattern memorization. Getting all that stuff, not getting hit. It's the boulders is the main problem. Taking one random hit off that. Oh, it's John. John Mask face. Alright, mate. How do I hit him? Oh, yeah. You just have to not do it. That was really good. Okay, so, no, maybe it is hard then. I forgot you had to collect stuff here. Totally forgot about that. Really, mate? Do you have to? Oh. Excuse me. Oh, oh. What happened to the music? Is it broken? I don't think I'm going to have music here. Good, I got mega powers. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be music here. Oh, oh yeah, easy game alert. 1 point left. Come on, like, I did hit down before it came out, but you have to preempt the entire attack. Right, let's have some music. I'm on the second bit. That'd be good. Probably not. Don't think that's how this works. Oh, brutality. Ugh. I wonder if you can just like scoot underneath it like that. Oh god damn this game. Easy boosh. Right, let's do it. Three more blue balls. Ha ha ha, I need my energy. Right, work. Boosh, boosh, boosh. It's alright, well, you know it, but like, the time you get is crazy. Keep doing the same stuff, good. Assuming he's not going to do the same attack twice, like the same location twice. That's what I guess. Uh-oh, now I don't know where he's going to go. Wow, I actually survived, okay, what? Good. Did we just find out if you're at the very edge of the screen he doesn't hit you? That would be funny. Very slippery ground to see. Okay. Let's just check the stream whilst I'm at it. It's a bit late for me to be fixing it now, but yep. Seems good. No dropped frame at all. Right, what's up? So that's Zap 64 magazine.
I used to love the weekends. Watching cartoons on early morning TV without a care in the world. The whole family together, free to do whatever we wanted to. Going for long rides in our car, me falling asleep in the back seat, and getting carried to bed when we got home. But then this thing with Dad happened. And now, I wasn't sure our family would ever be able to put the pieces back together.
Ray tracing.
Being home alone with Mom, watching her too fall apart. I couldn't stand it. I had to go somewhere. Anywhere. I just had to get out. I used to fantasize about the city, vaguely planning my escape, but never actually getting on the train. Instead, I kept hanging around at the video store, seeking comfort in made-up stories where I could pretend I was someone else. Mom would always tell me to quit dreaming and get back into the real world. I couldn't care less. That night at the arcade, everything changed.
Just a new music track. Kill. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one, unfortunately. But it's really up my alley, like Fantasy Star 1, basically. But yeah, obviously as like a 10-15 minute experience rather than, or a bit more than that probably, rather than a full game. It's kind of a bit difficult to convey like an RPG as a slice of it, because that's not great. Obviously the speech is excellent. There is obviously an optimal way of doing this, I have no idea what it was. What was this? Oh, I'm getting wrecked. Oh, do you have to like hit it the right? Oh, he's resistant to that. Great, am I gonna be dead here? Hopefully I go for him. Basically, it's just slash, I guess. Yeah. It's not good because I think you can just use heal as much as you want, if I remember rightly. Like once per battle. But so there's no real like tension. I think even if you die, nothing really happens because obviously you don't need to restart the whole game. So it doesn't really work as like, oh, I'm crawling a dungeon and I have to like be careful. It's like, well, like I'm nearly dead, I'll just heal. It doesn't cost anything. I think you only get one per battle, presumably. Yeah, well, that would be ridiculous. It's not easy to balance something like this when you're just doing it as like a one-off thing. The good thing is I think when you level up you get full health, so you can factor that in and try and like, why are you here? I do like the very basic graphics, but it's just very Fantasy Star Memories, which is an amazing game. I should get that remake on the Switch, although I know I'll never play it at the time, but that's something I did want for a long time. Fantasy Star 2, if I had a remake, I definitely would. There's no story remake. It's just one of the greatest. But wow, there's normally a few different enemies. Like, obviously they do get harder, but I thought we've seen the same one a billion times. It's pretty surprising. Don't kill me. Okay, going into a battle with low health is unadvisable, so they can get the first try. Like this. Good. So you would think hack would make sense against these guys, right? Weakness. Oh, they can heal. I like the design on these enemies, that's a cool enemy. Legion of weird things. And obviously I've used my heal already, like my first turn, so going into low health is bad. Am I going to die here? Very good. Level up. Cool. Oh no, I thought it was. It's a doubly weird thing to hear when you're playing a game in a game. I can go to the boss, I think, but I'm just going to go back and grind for one more level because I think it is actually hard. I think if you do all the dragons in the right order, they're not, but that's not obvious at all. So. Colossus. Yeah. Well, that is absolutely like a funny start online value. Like a Delbian or something. Or just Darmian from Super Mario. Please don't kill me. Okay, good man. Wacko! Whoa. Yo, that guy dead. Right, let's try and level up round here and then I'll go and fire dragon maybe. Good. Just Jelly John. Maybe heal and then fight him. So I'll probably kill him this round. So. Oh, mind you, I'm going to level up. I'm more on. I should have just fought. Right, okay. So it might be doable. Is it actually on? That's pretty cool. That's not brilliant when he starts. That's his weakness, good. Right, so if I fight now, he'll attack me and I'll fight, so I need to heal because, well, the next one, you should fight first. Oh, I didn't realise it was going to change the turn, or that's why I lost. So I randomly beat him on the last turn, like, speed-wise, there you go. I need to go faster. Billion experience, hopefully? Good. That was good, that was actually pretty cool. That's obviously when you're meant to do that. I do like how the game like messes up a bit when you do that. Oh, it's John Delbian. Delboy. 100. Because you never have any like skills you learn or equipment you get or anything. It's just pure stats. It's just not very interesting. One of the other cool things about this game is, I mean, it's a shame because this is the end. So like the story is just like absolutely left on a, not even a cliffhanger. It's like we got half of a story and then we just stopped. But I guess it's a Kickstarter game, so maybe that's the case. But it's cool to like think about stuff going on behind the scenes because at the first level you're going to a hospital. It doesn't outright talk about that in the story, so that it's assumed that that's the thing that happened to Dad or whatever that it's talking about, and then that's what causes like everything to break down. But I like how it's not. That's just communicated as part of the game part. It's not. You don't even talk about that. It's pretty cool. So if you do something, you've got a massage. That's all good. Oh, it's just Double John. It's the same thing, probably not. Damn, they fooled me with their graphics. Whoa, that's bad. It can't be. Oh, it's just in the game. There's some weird noise in my game as well. Probably is, but. Wow, if any game said that when I was a kid, I'd be like, what? Die game? How dare you? Doing my homework, John. What is wrong with you? Oh, this is not gonna let me. Oh, wow, well, that's what you want. Single striker. No friends! Mean, this game sucks. Let's just level up and kick it. No, mate. I was not expecting that. Wow, please die. Time to grow up. You can't run, can you? Oh, boo. Hopefully this doesn't kill him. Because I wanted to heal before I go to the... What? Is his mum talking to me? I'm confused. That's probably the idea. Damn you. Now I need to heal because I might kill him with a lot of the next time. Good. What? That's a weird thing for anyone to say. Let's hope for a beam. Good. See ya. Want to be you. Cool. Oh, it's good how the thing changes. Even in a minor way. It's like we're in a starfield now. Thanks, Todd Howard. Oh, is it a laser version? Which normal does? They don't even really do much less damage when you level up, because you just get more health. It's a bit of a mockery. I kind of, although I love this genre, I think it might be better to just not have that in this game and just go for some other one. Which I can't think of off the top of my head. Maybe like a Cabal style game, you know, like an into the screen shooter or something. What we really need is we need a sequel because the way the story is just half told. So that must be the intention. And for it to be like PlayStation 1 games, I love stuff that's done like that. PlayStation 1 horror disc, whatever, I think that was last year. It's fantastic. Horror demo disc. That's what we need now, more of those kind of games. Right, level up. I don't think I'm missing any. Alright, there's only one more level we can get anyway, so maybe I can do it. I thought I was a bit on the level, but no. Done this reasonably efficiently, I think. Hack a dragon. Hack the planet! Oh, he didn't appreciate that. Maybe hackers haven't come out yet on this. Ow. This needs to kill him, really. The death animation for those is pretty cool. Oh no. That doesn't sound good. Oh yeah. Wow, Phantasy Star 2 rip off of that. Is this Mother Brain? Damn, it basically is. Thank you for playing Phantasy Star 2. Motherboard, did you get it? Some good music? No. Don't even have my slots on radar. You think Hack would do something, but this is obviously story based. They should change to like complain or like resist or whatever the real stuff would be. Because you're obviously not hacking them up. I mean, I guess you're not. Oh yeah, welcome to other tale. You know what we need? I guess they kind of have it. You know how in Uncharted, when you finish the game, you get loads of different ways you play the games, all sorts of filters. There should be a voice filter like this. There is like a 2-bit audio filter, but it's not health. They're draining my health. Is anybody there? That storm sounds, yeah. Welcome to the intro.
What happened that night? I honestly couldn't say. I was still there, but nothing was the same. The game was not over. It was just beginning.
Ooh, too short. Yeah, it really needs the other half of this. But I get it, obviously. They've got so much development funds. I have to assume the sequel's called 199X because then they can easily explain this was like towards the end of the 80s. It's just good logic. So hopefully. Or maybe she goes through a time machine and it's 2080X. That would be interesting. Alright. Oh, Bjarnaby. That's like a combination of like a normal English name and a Scandinavian name. Bjarnaby. Never heard that one before. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, it was good playing it now because I know the length of the game, so I'm not disappointed, but it was crushing when it was like, you play it and you're like, oh crap. The last level is not a very good one compared to the others, and that's the end. It's like, oh, boo, I want more of it. But yeah, so I mean, they had to release it at some point, I guess. They didn't want to disappoint people by just thinking, well, we can't finish this with the money we've got, so we just bin it. That's not really an option. Yeah, but I haven't looked into or read anything about if they've got anywhere with a sequel or if it's even still running or anything. But I should look at that. But yeah, it starts on such a high. Like the feel of the controls in that first game and the music's outstanding. Like that's the one bit of music I would still listen to outside the game. It's just like, whoa, holy crap. But the other one's just good in context, but they're not like. It was listening to that track that basically made me want to play this today. So that just goes to show how like, influential it still is. But yeah, so yeah, good. And that art between stages, I love it so much. That's kind of a more personal thing than anything like technically great about it. But yeah, it's just amazing. That's another main reason to want more of this game. And the voice acting was fantastic. Really did a good job. Maya, was it her name? Maya Tuttle? Yeah. Out of the park on that. That's something you can easily cheap out on. To have voice acting at all is kind of surprising. Ali Bongo is amazing name, well done. Are these all the Kickstarters? Andy Farmer. Hopefully some good names. There should be. That's kind of the main thing you do when you're a patron. Welcome to Iraq. Bloody hell, it's billions. Chili Billy. It's gonna be good. Bryce Campbell is a good name. Gloucester. Crispy. Very good. Crowbar. Excellent. Come on, is it a robot? El Habib. That's good. Sounds like the baddie in Total Carnage. I don't know if that's the intention. Jeez, crikey, oh right. Oh, Igarashi, very nice. So it was about him, I guess. High fructose. Hopefully corn syrup's honky tonk gamer. Getting better. Jake Cannon. That's always a good name to have. Just, it's me, Mr. Cannon. Oh, get in that tank there, sir. You're good to go. Jippy, yeah. Just the way that rolls off the tongue is amazing. Jippy. That'd be a great name to have. Hey, Jippy. Jippy. What? Web. Just flood time. Conbon. Is that like Trombon's cousin? Liquid metal. Excellent. Lucy Binney. Binney is a fantastic name as well. Just have to drive a bin van, even no choice. Mark Poff. Master Quick. Hopefully you name after Quake, I guess. Monk Predator Oro 4. Predator 04. Okay. That wasn't as good. I failed there. Nathan J. Caboose. Nick Akabusi. Peeps. Popadop. Whoa, that's amazing. Papadopoulos would be good as well. Well done. Randomly doing this is like quote unquote a more recent game, which is not what this is not like what I'm planning to start doing going forwards. But I don't know, you just get the urge occasionally. I'm like, you know what? Let's just stream the whole game since it's so short, and I'm going to be playing it anyway. Server cat meow. Oh meow. I guess Shinobi about the game. That makes sense. Well done. Also as a part of it. Skeeby Bath. Excellent. Getting back into Snotcrow. do. Suomi Subari, that's good. Zanzibar Collective. Tim Jump. Chuckles. It's me, Chuckles. Ebenezer Chuckles would be my name. Draconis. Voon Lipton. What's that? Jan the Man. Zeustifer. There you go. Thanks. And my Leone. So was it 2019? Yeah, so only a mere year old. Oh, it's making my head hurt. You know when... What? Oh, 1990. Who's going for that? You know when this credit scroll and then when it finishes your brain still sees everything going down? That's a brain hurty. That's a well done game. You got me. Alright, looks like we did it. That was wow, an hour and a bit. I thought that was going to be a 2-hour game, but there we go. That's what you would have got if you paid your full price for that. But just buy the soundtrack next time, maybe. Alright, okay, that's it for tonight. So, last thing to say is thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you next time on Channel Icon. Bye.